Throne Liberty, in typical TNL fashion, is rewarding cheaters and exploiters, and it's getting worse and worse. And I'm really annoyed at this right now because it's Thursday. There was no maintenance. They've known about this for 3 weeks now since Hyperboost launched, and it's still happening. And nothing is going on. No compensation for normal players, and all these exploiters and cheaters are getting insane amount of rewards, and they're taking advantage of Hyperboost players. And no news from AGS on this at all, or NCSoft. No info on fixing, and most likely just going to sweep this under the rug and reward all the cheaters. So what am I talking about? Let's just jump into it. So Hyperboost have been live for a few weeks, and I just want to get right into it. There is an exploit inside of the game where legacy players, what is a legacy player? Legacy player is people that play on normal servers that are super geared and have been playing for years at full heroics, all that stuff. Basically, much stronger players than you. And what are they doing? They are coming into world bosses, the Hyperboost world bosses. So as you guys know, on Hyperboost servers, we have our own world bosses, which legacy players cannot enter. But what they're doing is they are actually entering our world bosses and stealing our loot. This loot is meant for Hyperboost servers. When we are, for example, doing Malakar and we drop, or somebody drop this Malakar flame spike crossbow or whatever, all of this loot will go to our server, right? Or all the Hyperboost server. That way our economy will be better. There'll be more loot for our server. But if you look at all of these loots, you will see that there's absolutely almost nothing dropping. None of these boss items are dropping, and the reason for that is legacy players are entering this with an exploit. I'm going to explain the exploit in a second, and they're taking away Hyperboost loot. So they're coming here, beating us on the rankings, of course, DPS leaderboards inside the boss, because they have way better gear, way more damage, and doing it on purpose so they can get the gear. So they're taking away the gear from Hyperboost and making a lot of money and losing themselves, taking advantage of the weaker players. So they're just completely ruining the experience for Hyperboost servers. How are they doing this? So in this game, you can party board like this. I can put a party board like this. And then legacy players can join my stuff, and they will join my team. And then when the boss spawns, I will queue them in, the legacy players, into Hyperboost bosses. The guilds are taking advantage of this. Legacy players have been taking advantage of this for 3 whole weeks. No news for from AGS or NCSoft on fixing this. No, we have insane amount of cheaters, bro. That was big juicy. Nah, we have insane amount of cheaters for sure. Yeah, look at this guild. This whole guild. Orcai's here. Bro, look at these efforts, bro. Solar, bro, there's so many cheaters. Nah, why are they cheating, bro? Look, they're cheating. I'm reporting all of these guys. I got rank 16. To hyper boost for world bosses. They are legacy players. Bro, this is who, why bro, they better I'm so mad. I'm actually so mad, bro. I'm so mad. How are they cheating? We are in a hyper boost server with new players. What they're doing, they're legacy players. So they play in normal servers that have been out for a year, so they bear stats. What they're doing is they're using Hyperboost characters to come into Hyperboost servers to steal the loot from Hyperboost low-level players. They are taking the loot from Hyperboost and taking them to legacy servers, so we are just absolutely shafted in any type of way. It's a massive exploit, huge, really bad for Hyperboost and new players. We're losing out on so much weapons and gear and everything, and losing while awarding all of these exploiters. Has been many times that I've been doing bosses and I'm looking around, and these players are here from legacy server just taking complete advantage, and it's absolutely disgusting. First of all, it is disgusting from these players because they're taking advantage of new players, trying to get into the game, trying to have fun, trying to get some progression done, and people are just going to end up quitting. And so it's completely disgusting behavior from these players, and then it's almost horrible from AGS taking a week vacation or a couple of vacation instead of fixing a huge exploit like this. Now, what do I want going forward? Knowing AGS is not going to be any punishment at all. They've known for not punishing players. They're just going to sweep it under a rug. But what I better hope to see from AGS and NCSoft is actual punishment for these players, at least a week ban so they don't get to complete their weeklies Thursday to Thursday. That way they miss out on bosses, and a compensation for Hyperboost servers. They should at least either compensate us. First of all, everybody should get compensated about with something. They're never going to give us Lucent, but at least give us something to compensate. And then they need to increase the boss drops by at least 3 times or 4 times so we can actually start getting gear on Hyperboost servers. Like we've been taken advantage of for at least 3 weeks now. We have no gear, impossible to beat these legacy players. So they better compensate us with some kind of loot or some kind of rewards. There should be a triple or a quadruple loot for bosses for at least 3 weeks. So we can get compensated. We can start dropping items because this is just super unfair, and new players are just getting shafted. So I want a ban for these players. It should be easy for you guys to check where they're getting this loot. You can check what server they've gotten into and and what kind of drops they've gotten, and easy to find these players and just ban them. And then reward the people that are getting advantage of, which is the Hyperboost players. That's the first thing that needs to happen. The second thing is this is also happening in Battlegrounds. And that is really cringe and disgusting because the Battlegrounds queues, don't get me wrong, I play on both servers, Hyperboost and normal servers. The normal servers have faster queues. So if you want to do Battlegrounds, as a legacy player, you want to be doing it on the normal players. So you're fighting all the normal players. But there is normal legacy players doing the exact same trick, but queuing into Battlegrounds so they can one-shot Hyperboost players, completely ruining the Battlegrounds experience. A lot of people that I've seen in Battlegrounds have been calling them out, reporting them, putting in solo teams, which is really good. But it's just disgusting behavior from these players, and they should be punished. Like, this is super annoying for new players. Imagine trying to get into this game, trying to have fun, and then just getting shafted absolutely everywhere on the bosses, in the Battlegrounds, and AGS letting it happen. They've known about this. We talked about this. We reported this. Please fix this and give us some compensation, and please ban these players. Like, there's impossible to get any of these Woboss weapons on these Hyperboost servers because these legacy players are just stealing absolutely everything. If you go try to do ascended boss, because they usually go to the ascended bosses, you will not even get close to anywhere on the rankings, and you're not going to get rewarded. So that is just absolutely disgusting. And the second thing we got to talk about is this stupid event. Okay, yes, I am ranting right now because this event is absolutely the worst event I can even think of. And why am I saying this? First of all, please compensate people because you changed the Battlegrounds and you changed the dungeons, Dimensional Trial, loot, how many Fortune Stones you can get after people have done it already. So people that did Battlegrounds last week didn't even get Fortune Stones. We got the last reward, so we have less Fortune Stones. That's one thing. And the second thing is these rewards that you're giving us makes no sense. You have a 1-year anniversary of your game. It's supposed to be massive. It's supposed to be big, right? Huge. Everybody should feel like they're getting rewarded. Guess how many people they're rewarding with this event? 1%. Not even probably that. 1% of people are getting rewards for this event. Let's actually look at it exactly how many people are getting rewarded, right? So to get the better rewards, you'll at least be able to get the trophy shards and the Chaos Prism, which is nice, which is 1.2. But if you be able to get all of this stuff, let's say you get the 4,000, are you going to get sick rewards? Do you think you're going to get really cool rewards? No, you're not. They're adding an anniversary event. The anniversary event that would be better would be Goblin event because everybody can participate and everybody can get like tier 3 gear. You don't have to give us the best tier 3 gear, but you could have given us some tier 3 gear at least. But look at the rewards that they're actually giving us here. All right, we have the future rewards right here. So if you get 2,000 stones, right? Let's say you grind, you get 2,000 stones. Out of everybody that gets 2,000 stones, let's say 50,000 people get 2,000 stones. Will you get any rewards? Any good rewards? No, only 50 people of the 20,000 people that got it will receive this reward. Yes, they're going to take 50 random people out of the 20 or 30 or 40,000 people that are able to get this, which will get the reward, which will be 200 noble trade stones. Cool, right? Right? Very cool. Sick. And if 50 people or less reach the milestone throughout the event, they will be guaranteed, of course. Let's say if 8,000 people, players, surpass the 2K, which everybody will, at least one player will receive 20 noble trait resonance stones. Damn! Sick! What an amazing reward. You're gonna give us 20 noble trait resonance stones. Oh my god, what an awesome reward. Okay, let's go forward. Okay, let's look at the next one. Precious Epi level 3 weapon selection chest. This is just really good because you can select the tier 3 war boss weapon, right? So that means if you want to get a Malakar, a crossbow, or anything, or a dentist greatsword, you can get it, right? No, you can't. Because let's look at this. If you're able to get 2,500 fortune, right? Stones, milestone. Again, only 50 random people will get the reward. So let's say 10,000 or 20,000 people can do this, which most likely will be like 10K or 20K, probably even more. Only 50 of them will be able randomly to get the reward. Really sick anniversary, guys. You're rewarding the 1%. Like 1% of people are gonna get rewarded. But don't worry, guys, don't worry. At least everybody will be able to get 10 Chaos Root chests. That's it. That's really good. That's actually a good reward. I'm not gonna lie, but damn. Now let's keep going. It gets worse. What if you get 3,000? Let's say you grind all the way to 3,000. That's pretty impressive. You have to play a lot to get to 3,000. Let's see you do with this. Let's see what happens. If you get 3,000 milestones, 50 people again will receive it, and they will receive a Nebula accessory selection chest. Yes. First of all, this is dog. And second of all, only 50 people will get it. So if you grind all this way, you will get it. But don't worry, don't worry. If more than 3,000 people collect 3,000 fortune stone milestone, let's say 3,000 people are able to get it, guys, don't worry, because all of us will get an Amatoy. Sick. What an amazing event. I'm having fun. But it gets better. It gets better. If you reach 3.5k, yes, you put in a lot of grind. You grind and you grind. You get 3.5k. You'll be sweating Throne of Liberty. You'll be playing it every single day, 24 hours, 69 hours, all day, every day. And you get 3.5k. Only 25 randomly chosen will get a black anvil weapon. Only 20. So let's say 26 people only get this. Still, one person is not gonna get a weapon for doing all of this. But don't worry. If 1,500 people reach this, everybody will get 10 obsidian fragments. Damn, bro. This is absolutely disgusting. And then we have the last one, which is the Arc Boss Selection Chest. Imagine you guys can get an Arc Boss Selection Chest. You have grinded. Okay, now you've been sleeping Throne of Liberty. You've been eating Throne of Liberty. You've been... Everything about you is Throne of Liberty at this point. You are able to grind 4,000 stones for the milestone. 4,000. But only 10 will get the Arc Boss reward. But if there's 100 people that are able to get 4,000 stones in the game, what are you gonna get, guys? Oh my god, you're gonna get a happy 1-year anniversary emote. So you're gonna grind 4,000 stones for most likely, but maybe just getting a happy 1-year anniversary emote. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, they're gonna be giving out, let's do the math, 10, 25, 35 people so far, 50, 85 people. All right, let's do another 50. Well, we 125 people, 135 people. Okay, let's say 200. So 200 people will get the decent rewards. And how many people are playing Throne of Liberty? At least 100,000 at this point. So out of 100,000 people, you thought it was a good idea to award 100 people during your 1-year anniversary. Oh my god, I don't know who thought about this, but great job, bro. Great job. Amazing. Massive update at 1st-year anniversary. Let's give rewards to 200 people. Absolutely cooked. I don't like making videos like this. I'm going to be honest. I've been having fun with the event, but it's just annoying to see this type of stuff from NEC Soft /AGS. I don't know how much AGS can do about this, but horrible stuff, exploits which are absolutely horrible, that are ruining the whole experience, and then you have this really dumbass event. Any other event could have been better, bro. Just Goblin event would have been sick with some base tier 3 gear. You have to give us the best. You have to give the Fallen set. You could have given like dog tier 3 gear that drops on Goblins, which would be way more fun because everybody could enjoy it. Everybody can have fun with it. Now you're just rewarding 0.1% of the game. Good stuff. But that is my rant. Please, now you guys are all aware of the bug and exploit. Go ahead and abuse it. You know, I mean, I don't recommend it. I'm just saying, like, now everybody knows. Might as well just use it. AGS is not gonna do something about it. And let me know your opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Check this video right here. Tune into the streams, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.